Bernie is the person who lit the flame, and now it's on us to carry the torch.
We the fire, baby.
You are the fire. And because of the fact that Bernie was able to go through so much over the past 5 years, we are in a completely different situation than we were back in 2009 when Obama took over. You now have a growing movement on many populist fronts, including elected representatives who are now willing to fight for the issues that really matter. Medicare for all is now in the regular vernacular that we talk about every day, but somebody has to be the heir apparent to Bernie's movement. I know a lot of people have different ideas about who that is.
No pressure, but we think it's you.
But what we do believe it is you. And
no pressure or anything.
And
don't worry. I mean, you know,
from the moment that you and I met in Philly back in 2016 to everything that I've seen unfold ever since, you are you're as inspiring and as great a human as anybody I've ever seen in politics, and that's saying a lot.
Sure.
Because I've met quite a few people. And
unbossed.
100%. So what would you see going forward? Because one of the things that I don't think gets talked about enough is that Bernie really built an amazing movement of people, potentially millions, that really are looking for that direction forward. And are you comfortable?
They're like the Israelites wandering in the desert for 40 years.
And are you comfortable with the prospect of leading that movement going forward, wherever that road may take us?
Well, we are that. And yes, I am. I've been doing my part. For me, I'm a servant leader. And so that having people like you both and others who see me in that light means a lot to me. I am wise enough to know that no one person can do it alone. And so it does take a movement of us. And if I am one of those bright lights, I am honored to be so. I really learned so much on the campaign trail both times. Senator Sanders, you are absolutely right. He was the spark and we are the fire. And when he says not me, not me, us, he really does mean that. And it has been one of the high honors of my career thus far to be with him both times, but especially in 2020 to be one of the national co-chairs with so many resilient and people power lifting other co-chairs that I have to just give a shout out, if I may, to my brother, Congressman Ro Khanna, who's in there doing the daggone thing, to Mayor Carmen Yulín Cruz, oh my God, San Juan, Puerto Rico, and then to our brother, the Minister of Ice Cream himself, just Ben Cohen. And before I go, and I know I have to go, I just want to say to the progressive base and to our movement that we are still young, but we are mighty. We have so much more to learn. We have many more miles to go, and we are going to get there. We have to be more agile, right? We got to be more organized. There are lots of us out there. There are lots of organizations out there, but our strength is in coming together. Even if it's like 3 major issues that we just lock arms and say to ourselves, there's no daylight between us on these issues while everybody keep their autonomy. But in order to prevent what happened to us in 2020 from happening again, and what I mean by that, the coalescing of the moderate neoliberal wing to come and crush the progressive candidate, we have to learn those lessons and learn them fast and get out there. And for my brother, Michael Render, Killer Mike, he said these words, and I hope I got them in order, but I think you guys know where I'm going. We got to plot, plan, strategize, organize, and mobilize. That is what our movement must do. And we have to do it without ceasing because it never stops. Something that, and I know I got to go. Jesus, oh my Lord.
No, you got to go. Give us your website because I know what it's like to need your your
oh my God. It is ninaturner.com. Please go there. Follow me on Twitter, Nina Turner. Nina Turner. Forget my Twitter, but Nina Turner Twitter, and I'm Nina Turner Ohio on Instagram. But I want people to, Rosario Dawson in 2016, when we were on the campaign trail together, I forget where we were, but we were talking to a group of people and people were discouraged. And she said these words. And so this is her quote. So if anybody uses it, please don't give me credit for it. She said, I am here to encourage your courage. And that's what our movement, I want us to know, that people like me we are here to encourage your courage. The great Rosario Dawson said that, and I think that is profound. Another thing I want to leave with you is that when we're wondering why it seems like we're hitting brick walls and nothing is changing, change is happening. It's happening. It's happening. And for everything that we put our hands to, we are the change, as Brother Mahatma Gandhi. We got to be the change we want to see in the world. But one of my favorite ministers from my hometown said these words to me in 2016 when I was feeling very discouraged about why it seems as though things were not necessarily changing. And he said, Senator, the struggle is forever. So we are forever in the struggle. So two things, Here to Encourage Your Courage by Sister Rosario Dawson, and then Pastor Otis Moss Jr., the struggle is forever. So we are forever in the struggle. And our job is to advance justice for ourselves and the next generation and pass that baton. And then their job is to advance justice for themselves and then pass the baton, and so on and so on and so on. It never, ever ends, baby. It never ends. And then my last point, I told y'all my last, oh my God, my people gonna kill me. Can I just say this?
You can say as long as you want. I mean, we're not asking you to go.
You brought up unbought and unbossed. And so I just got to affirm here for folks who don't understand what kind of Democrat I am, because my detractors are going to say I'm not a traditional Democrat. Well, you know what? You're right. Right, you're right. I'm not.
You're a Shirley Chisholm Democrat.
There you go. You got me, baby. I am an unbossed, unbought Democrat. I am a Fannie Lou Hamer calling out the status quo in the 1960s of the Democratic Party, so much so that her and her white colleagues, poor folks, got together to create the Freedom Party. I'm that kind of Democrat. I am a FDR, I welcome your hatred because I'm going to stand up and use the people's power on their behalf kind of Democrat. That's the kind of Democrat I am. So add any kind of freedom trailblazing person in there. That's the kind of Democrat that I am.
For anybody
folks
out
want
there,
to know what kind of Democrat I am.
Yeah, I think we know who you are. Everybody, so check out Nina's website. For sure, donate, get on, do phone banking, whatever you guys can do. And Hello Somebody is her podcast. And I know that because I am a subscriber to Hello Somebody podcast.
You two got to do a podcast.
I'd love to come on your podcast, obviously.
We should do that. Yeah, let's do it. It's a date. I will definitely, let me write that down. Where's my Hello Somebody? I got it right here.
We will, as obviously as we hope the vaccinations continue and it becomes safer to go out, we will do everything in our capacity. We had a lot of campaign volunteers from Jen's campaign that actually went up to Iowa for Bernie. We will absolutely send people to Cleveland to lend you a hand as well. And of course, we'll host phone banks, anything that we could do to get you in there. You know, like I said, for anybody who's feeling discouraged right now, just listen to Nina Turner and everything will be okay.
Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.